Starmer is facing the Burnham backlash, and he don't like it up him. After the shock by-election defeat and claims that the result was entirely avoidable, Starmer is now facing a backlash inside the Labour Party for not allowing Burnham to stand. Burnham, of course, not standing, they're all saying, was a catastrophic error. They would most definitely have won the seat had he done so. And now Labour has lost the seat of Gorton and Denton, not narrowly, but decisively. And the Greens won the seat, their first ever parliamentary by-election victory, with nearly 15,000 votes and a clear majority, 4,000 or so ahead of Reform. It was once one of the safer Greater Manchester constituencies for Labour, and that alone is politically significant. But the backlash from within Labour is immediate. And even before the count was announced, when it was clear they'd lost, there were MPs up and down the country, Labour MPs, absolutely going mad and calling for the head of Starmer. Now, a group called Mainstream, they're backed by several Labour MPs and linked to Andy Burnham, described the result as an absolute disaster. And their argument is quite blunt, but they're not wrong. This is the thing. The party blocked the one candidate who could have won. And that decision, they say, now looks like a catastrophic error. And they're calling for an immediate and fundamental reset. And that reset includes getting rid of you-know-who. Burnham, the great Manchester mayor, the Greater Manchester mayor, see, got one word, slight difference, big difference, has been prevented from standing in the contest. And supporters are arguing, of course, that local support could have secured victory. But instead, Labour candidate Angeliki Stoya came third. She was never going to win. She only had just over 9,000 votes. That's a sharp drop. That's a massive drop, in fact, from the party's previous performance in the constituency. And of course, the criticism extends way beyond party activists. Unite, and we've talked about this, Unite Sharon Jack Graham's called the result a wake-up call. Her message now is to focus on workers, abandon the cost of living crisis, address the cost of living crisis, and abandon the right-wing party policies of atonement, basically. She's saying we need to not look at the West Streetings, but look more towards the Burnhams. The message, I think, is clear. There is, of course, a political impact over this because the defeat, I think, raises very serious issues in terms of Labour losing its base. The leadership strategy seems to be, misfiring, I suppose you could say. And internal divisions are now affecting electoral performance. And when you lose an incredibly safe seat like this, the internal dissent will grow. The pressure will mount and something has to change. And that's something I think has got to be the position of the leader. And that's what many now are calling for. One by-election does not a government make, but it can reveal underlying problems, can't it? But Labour's defeat here in Gorton and Denton has exposed deep tensions within the party. And the calls for change, the clamour now for change is mounting from activists, unions, party factions, MPs, cabinet members. They're only going to get louder. I think Starmer is safe for now, but not after May the 7th. That's it. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Hit subscribe, and I'll speak to you later.